Welcome to This is Marketecture. I'm Lana from AWS, and today we're talking with Tim from Zixi. Hi, Tim.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Great to have you here. So what does Zixi do?
So Zixi provides a software platform for transporting broadcast quality video over the public internet or other IP networks.
So how does the broadcast work, and how are you using Elemental Services as a part of it?
Sure, so imagine you need to get video from a sports stadium, many camera angles, up to the cloud for processing. So what Zixi is doing is basically you take your raw video from cameras over to Elemental Live encoders, for instance, which have Zixi software built in, and then from the Elemental Live encoders through a network connection that's connected to the internet, the stream goes up to the cloud. So this could be Elemental Media Connect services, or it could be Zixi broadcasters in the cloud. And so what this is doing is allowing you to contribute that video from on-premise up to the cloud, but completely using internet-based resources, public internet, instead of using satellite.
Great. So I want to talk today about the architecture of the control plane itself. So the services on their own are encoding the data, but how do I manage configuration and latency and other aspects of streaming?
Yep, great question. So here we were talking about what the data flow, which is the video. So the users need to be able to control all of that remotely. So within ZenMaster, which is our SaaS-based control plane, the user can remotely from a web-based interface log into their Elemental encoders that are on-premise and do all the configuration work. They also can create configurations for Elemental Media Connect to receive those streams from the camera and then send those streams back out. So all of this is, it's done from, where remotely from within ZenMaster, I'm controlling everything that's happening either on-premise or in the cloud.
Great. So we have configuration done, and we have the video stream that is being processed. So what kind of data are you storing in DynamoDB, let's say, versus Elasticsearch?
Right. So just to go back to configuration, so we use RDS for storing all the configurations. Dynamo is really used for the real-time status. So imagine I have thousands of different video workflows happening. What's the current state of all the different pieces? What's the state of the Elemental encoders? What's the state of the Media Connect flows? What's the state of Zixi broadcasters that are running in the cloud on EC2? So this is where we're using Dynamo just to capture all of that real-time state. And then the user sees that from within the ZenMaster interface. They can see the state of everything, but also when things, if something goes into an error state, for instance, this is what allows us to have an alerting system so that we can alert the user in real time as well, that something in their workflow is not working.
So you have real-time feedback to
Absolutely.
Fix something that might be going awry.
Yep.
And I'm also seeing that you're leveraging Elasticsearch.
Yeah, absolutely. So Elastic is really for long-term event storage. So maybe a couple of weeks ago, a customer has a question about maybe one of their recipients of a stream said the stream went down. So we can go into Elastic and look at all the events that were happening in that time. And maybe we discover that someone pulled the Ethernet cable out of an encoder. And so, of course, at that point, that encoder can't send its stream up and it propagates down. But with Elastic and all the historical event logs there, we can look back in the past and figure out what was happening at that time to help the customer come up with an understanding of what happened.
Great. Tim, thank you so much for telling us today about how you're using Elemental Services and also how you've built this control plane that allows you to store configurations, control latencies, and also provide real-time feedback to the users. And thank you for watching. This is Marketecture.